Yo. So it all starts with Yuji Itadori running away from a couple of curses. And y'all know we are fresh out of the Shibuya Incident, where the curses sealed Gojo and went on to slaughter a bunch of sorcerers and civilians. Like it was a straight up bloodbath. Not to mention when Sukuna took over Yuji's body just to boost his KD. Straight stat pattern for the love of the game. Nah, I'm convinced this universe is just as bad as AOT's, if not worse. And speaking of AOT, oh my gosh, why the are they moving like this? Bro, y'all got it. This shit might dead ass be worse than AOT. We then see Yuji throwing a lob up for his brother as he uses his blood manipulation to headshot all of the curses. And talk about the collateral of doom, because how did bro hit that? Nah, this how I be doing niggas on COD, especially on Newtown. Nah, I be going crazy. We then see a headless curse with like 4 arms attached on one side of his body, and it is about to boom Choso. But my dog is standing there straight aura farming, not a single worry in his mind, as we see Yuji one tap in this curse for an easy KO. Not gonna lie, it's looking like free eats out here. A damn all you can eat buffet. Finger licking good special. We hear Choso glazing Yuji because of how strong he's gotten since the Shibuya Incident, which makes perfect sense because he went crazy in Shibuya. Yeah, he got his ass whooped in the bathroom, but what he did to Mahito, the way he walked him down, had him begging for mercy. Bro, that was absolute cinema. Y'all let me know. I might make a vid on it. By the way, I have no clue how Yuji and Choso are actually brothers. Just wanted to put that out there. I know that Kenjaku possessed Yuji's mother and whatnot, but I just need someone to bring it all together for me, because I remember it was a thing where Choso had fake memories, and there was also a time where he could feel Yuji dying or something like that. I don't know. Someone in the comments let me know, please. Now, out of nowhere, Naoya pulls up looking for Megumi, because he knows that if he bodies Megumi, then he will become the head of the Zenin clan. He also asks Yuji why is he just standing out in the open, because it turns out that they want Yuji dead. And no, they don't want him dead or alive, they want him dead. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, it's raps. Yuta is a fucking demon, bro. Not to mention Rika. Yeah, Yuji, you're cooked, buddy. Most definitely GG's. So without any warning whatsoever, Naoya speed blitzes Yuji, knocking him down. And right here is when I realized how Yuji and Choso were, because Yuji was still looking up when he appeared behind him. Like, I'm not even gonna ask how.
You ain't got the answers, man.
Choso tries calling him out for the ISO, but that shit fails. And Choso probably catches the most disrespectful beatdown in anime history. I've never seen a nigga get done the way Choso did. That shit was bad. As we see him missing and stumbling like he's on the edge in Smash Bros. Then Naoya starts beating the brakes off of Choso. He was really out here hitting bro with the
fight back, nigga. Fight back. Fight back.
I'm in tears. Now right here, Naoya takes the disrespect to another level as he steps on Choso's foot, starts piecing this man up, and he's flipping back his hair while whooping his ass. Nah, flipping back your hair mid squabble is crazy. This is like a nigga looking back at you before he make a layup. I cannot believe what I'm watching. They then exchange blows as Yuji throws a rock and Naoya basically teleports out of them. So Naoya's feeling himself, you know what I'm saying? He's talking his shit because neither Yuji or Choso can do so much as touch him. But then out of nowhere, they feel this aura, and these niggas are shook because this aura feels similar to Gojo, but he's supposed to be sealed up. So now they're trying to figure out who is this. And when Yuji looks up at this building, we see that it's Yuta, who is here with strict orders to execute Yuji Itadori. Now that's cool and all, bro, but dog, why is Yuta posted up like that?
Sit down, big fella.
Out here looking like he's a part of opium. That boy look zesty. So Yuta lands, literally destroying the road, and Naoya starts copping the plea off rip. Like bro wanted no issues with Yuta, and not gonna lie, I don't blame him because this nigga Yuta is a demon. So while Naoya's copping the plea, Choso tells Yuji that he needs to run because Yuta is like Gojo, meaning that if you try to fight him, you die, which is a crazy law, by the way. Like getting Gojo comparisons just means you like that, bro. Ain't too much else to say. Yuta then tells Naoya that he can have Choso because he wants Yuji, and then Yuji takes off, only to see Yuta running right beside him. Damn, these JJK niggas be fast as hell. We know from the first episode that Yuji was already pretty fast, but for Yuta and Naoya to be moving like this just shows that there's levels to this ish. We then cut to Yuta on top of Yuji, and I already know what you're probably thinking. How did they end up in this position so fast? And I got y'all. So at the beginning of the episode, we see Yuji chilling eating a protein bar, but the plot twist is that this is mid-chase. So here I'm guessing that he finally lost Yuta. When out of nowhere Yuji gets attacked, he sprints out of the building and jumps out the window, only to then be grabbed by this big ass curse. In this universe, dog, you can't even be chased by your own executioner without being third party. Like at what point do we just nuke the verse, bro? Yuji gets tossed through this building, and once he gets to the other side, we see that this curse is dead. And at this point, I already know that Yuji is shook, because that means that Yuta has caught up to him. The curse then falls on top of Yuji, crashing into this building. And once the dust settles, we see that Yuta was inches, and I mean inches, away from killing Yuji, which now brings us back to this scene. Nah, Yuji's been going through it. First the Shibuya incident, and now he's on the ropes against Yuta? This nigga's life is terrible. Yuji then gets up, but peep the elegant weave. Now that boy Yuji a part of Weave Kingdom. By the way, I completely forgot who all we had in there, but it's cool. We're out here recruiting again, you know what I'm saying? So y'all bear with me. We are indeed rebuilding. They start boxing in the theater, and Yuji's out here moving different. Really trying to show y'all why he's Weave Kingdom certified. I'm talking about that boy was dancing. Footwork so nasty, you would have thought he was Kyrie Irving. He then jumps off Yuta's sword, but it looks like Yuta took this as disrespect, as he speed blitzes Yuji, knocking him through the building. Bro, we didn't even see what happened. All we seen was that Yuji got off screen into the street. So at this point, Yuji's learning that Yuta is him, because he has even more cursed energy than Gojo. He then calls Gojo his sensei, which would have raised major red flags if I'm Yuji, because what do you mean that Gojo's your sensei? Like, my nigga, this is friendly fire. He then runs up on Yuji and starts pressing him, as Yuji kicks, but Yuta responds with an overhand. And nah, that overhand had Yuji thinking about everything he learned back to when he first learned cursed energy, because apparently not only is Yuta's cursed energy hard to read, but the amount is absurd. Like, the way it flows from his entire body compared to Yuji's is truly insane. In fact, Yuta has so much cursed energy that each attack is enough to body Yuji. How you end up in this situation right after Shibuya is beyond me, Yuji. Like, my dog can't catch a break. Yuji says he has no plans on dying and starts running away, as he slides over this car, but Yuta slices it in half. He then jumps through this Jeep to randomly find his knife in the driver's seat. Like, ain't no way this knife was just sitting here this entire time, bro. Nah, I'm crying. We then see this car get tossed at Yuji before he gets a flashback of Gojo's teachings. But while this is happening, Yuta's in the sky looking like a demon. Like, his eyes are actually red and everything, bro. How Yuji didn't shit his pants, I do not know, because I would have been shook seeing this shit. Yuji then manages to block the attack, and at first I'm thinking we have a chance. But tell me why Yuta starts coaching him mid-match. And if you don't know, that means you're cooked. This is like Max Holloway teaching Brian Ortega mid-fight. Straight disrespect. Like, basically, you have zero chance of beating me, so I might as well teach you something while I beat on you. We get back to the fight to see Yuji taking a knee to the stomach before his blade gets sliced, and we see that he gets cut in the process. Now, Yuta is low-key shook because not only is Yuji still standing, but he also broke Yuta's blade in half. And Yuji, being one of the biggest crash outs, decides that because his organs aren't falling out of his body, that he should rush Yuta and win. Despite his wound being deep, this might have been a motivation I needed. Nigga really said because his organs aren't falling out, he could still win this battle. I now feel like I have no excuses in life. Nigga, I'm finna become a millionaire. Now, as Yuji's running at Yuta, he gets grabbed by Rika, and from there it was raps, as Yuta stabs him in the chest, quote unquote executing Yuji Itadori. Now we cut back to Naoya and Choso squabble, and it's looking bad, because right here, Naoya blitzes Choso and starts punishing him, beating this man Choso like he stole something. He was putting him in combos that you couldn't even get in Mortal Kombat. That shit was absolutely disgusting. He then stabs Choso in the stomach, but Choso pulls out an Uno reverse, when out of nowhere we see a flood of blood rushing in to sweep Naoya. And I would have been at a disadvantage here because I am terrible with blood. Now, because of sports, I've broken bones before, you know what I'm saying? I've torn ligaments. But when it comes to blood, nah, bro, I'm good on that. Y'all boys got it. We get back to the fight to see Naoya frozen by Choso's blood manipulation. But for some reason, Naoya's ability allows him to still move, which doesn't even matter because Choso booms him, putting Naoya on all fours. He then walks him down for the finishing blow, hitting him with the key blast pose straight out of DBZ. And just when you thought that Choso was about to boom Naoya, making up for the ad whooping he just caught, Yuta spawns behind Choso and just one taps him. Like, nah, bro, Yuta is different. He just casually one tapped the nigga that was giving Naoya hell. Straight smacked him how you would do a fly. He then sees that Naoya is injured badly, coughing up blood and shit. So Yuta tells Naoya that he will heal him as long as he reports that Yuji Itadori is dead. And that's gonna be the end of the video. If y'all want more JJK, let me know in the comments. I know the rest of the season is about to be peak, so let me know. Anyways, I hope this vid made y'all's day better, and I really do love y'all. Follow the IG at Playmate Elite to stay in touch. And I'm out. Playmate 4L.
We so proud of him, yeah. Did that shit again, yeah. I'm all proud of him, yeah. Can't go broke again, yeah. We got hella racks, yeah. We so proud of him, yeah. Did that shit again.